I started in the University of the Congo, 1999. At that time, I had just graduated from Mahoka High School, who's a school in Boy. My first day as a first intern was very interesting because I was more like a dog that has been unleashed on a chain, because when you are from a boarding school where everything that which you had to do, you had to request, and of a sudden you have this independence that you decide what time do you go to your room, what time do you sleep. Those are things that which were not there in our boarding school, because the boarding school that I was from, it was very strict. Yeah, so I think it was a bit challenging. You had to meet new people. Of course, at that time, the university was not having the number of students that it has today. I think we're roughly between 6,500 and 7,000 at that stage. So I met various people. One amongst them is Selva Malesa, the Joes Lungu, Sheikhs Chinwana, Magna Sobela. Those are people I met in my first year. So it was not a very easy year, because I remember that year I also got a love letter from the university indicating that if I did not improve, possibilities that they may subject me to one notorious rule at that stage. It was called Rule A90. Part of the things that which I had to do, or I became interested in, was politics, and I think that's where my life changed, and it changed even today. You sometimes say you want to keep this and that, but having had the influence of a person like Ismail Malala, Mohamed Chemene, Tseko Msolwa, the late Robert Matebula, we had a great time in politics. At that time we joined politics for the love of it, not necessarily what it actually provide as incentives. So yeah, it was a changing year for my life, and it's a year that I will never trade it for anything. I started working around 2006 as a business regulator for Department of Economic Affairs, and then from there I was forwarded to Zanu Municipality, where I served as a junior legal advisor to the men who taught me work, Advocate Padud. I went to Department of Local Government and Housing, then it was called. I became a legal admin officer, and then within a year or so I was promoted into be recruitment manager of the department. In 2010, I was then seconded to Limpopo Youth Commission. At that time, we were de-establishing Limpopo Youth Commission. I was the CEO of the Limpopo Youth Commission. Immediately after we finished destabilizing it, I was appointed the first youth director in the whole country. We are the first province to establish the youth directorate. All these provinces copied from us. And then the 2012, I left to Mopane District Municipality, where I was employed as a manager legal services for the first two. I had to establish, policies to establish the unit in its entirety. 2014, I then opened my practice, and I practiced for, I think, 3, if not 4 years. And then from there, I was employed again at the Magdalene local municipality as the director of corporate services. And then I worked there until last year, February, resigned to go back to practice. And then I worked, and then I practiced until this January, when I was reappointed at the Department of Coxstar as the Director Legal Services. So presently I'm speaking to you as a newly appointed Director of Corporate Services at the Coxstar, Department of Cooperative Government, Housing and Traditional Affairs. Is that long the department. So yes, I'm in Coxstar now as the Director responsible for legal services. You will know that I'm the longest serving alumni exco member. I would not have served this long if I did not feel it's important. First, just to plow back, because I'll argue that the time that I give to alumni and to come here and ensure that programs are carried out is part of my way of saying thank you to my alma mater. And I encourage people to stay and put the university is growing. This thing that if you want best things, you must go to Gauteng is coming to that. You know, I'm very encouraged with the manner in which the surrounding areas of Mangwe or surrounding areas of University of Limpopo are now real benefit. I mean, I've seen, you know, in our time, Mampindan was just a village. No one even thought of staying. So today, as I speak, my firstborn is doing second year she's in her second year in the university, and she stays in Mampindan, and she does not see anything about it. And it says to you that the university is growing strength by strength, and I encourage people to stay put. This is our university. It is only us who can make it grow to the heights that which we want. We want it to be competitive. It must go beyond aiming around Africa. It must aim towards the world.